Gusto ko lang i-video yung
Well,
mga biyanan
if I
ko
had
kasi
plate corned beef and cabbage,
pinag-uusapan nila
I
yung
probably would
niluluto
eat the
niya
corned
noon.
beef and
Not eat the cabbage?
well, I can't eat all that.
Right. Well, so what Marina does, and she's been doing some recipes trying to find different things because they in the Philippines they use corned beef. It's pretty
Yeah.
common, but a lot of the time they don't eat it cold. They'll take it, they'll bust it all apart and stir it into something, mix it in with vegetables and things like that. But over here though, she's been doing recipes like corned beef and cabbage all mashed up, but you mix the corned beef together with the cabbage.
Yeah.
And the corned beef adds flavor to the cabbage.
People make sandwiches out of it, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
a
good.
fair bit.
It's good for sandwich too, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah, so corned beef in can or corned beef that the one is in the package.
Oh yeah.
But I'm using usually in can. So I mix with the cabbage or potato.
I'm not really fond of cabbage,
No, I can tell.
Oh,
How come?
but
You like all the other like lettuce and stuff like that. Why not cabbage?
I eat it, but I
Yeah, I remember.
so what vegetable are your favorite, ma'am? What kinds of vegetables your favorite?
Oh, I'm not fussy. I just take what they give me.
Or you don't.
I don't have it.
If you had to choose, what would be your favorite vegetables? Things
Yeah.
like squash and turnip and things like that, or
Fish and chips.
fish and chips?
Fish
That's
and
not a-
chips?
That's not a vegetable. What kind of vegetable?
Green leaf. The green leaf.
Turnip is my favorite,
Yeah,
but I don't get it very often.
yeah. Well, I like turnip. I prefer that to squash, but squash, butternut squash, those are more readily available. Turnip is harder to make, right?
Yeah.
But the flavor is better. I mean, it's got more to it. Turnip you gotta cut all the
Yeah, I
wax
know
and everything
that.
off and chop,
Yeah.
chop, chop.
Yeah,
Whatever.
don't favorite Donald. Favorite is turnip, so I'm always cook.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Actually, what I want you to do with some of the butternut from now on, just to
Yeah.
try it, is instead of peeling it,
Yeah,
just slice it. So you still have the green on the outside of the skin.
yeah,
Butter, salt, and pepper, and bake it in the oven.
yeah. I did that too.
And that
Yeah,
gives-
but I tried last
salt.
time. Ma'am, because we have a big squash, so I cook soup
Yeah.
and I put a little bit ham,
Yeah.
and they love it.
And
Yeah.
bake.
Yeah. I like soup
Yeah,
and I like ham, but I just don't have room for them.
Oh, it's filling.
Oh.
Like when Marina makes a soup, like squash soup,
yeah,
Yeah.
with a bit of ham or whatever, I'll have a big bowl of that, and then I'm done. I can't eat anything else, and
Yeah.
but I'm happy with that. And between the squash and a little bit of bacon or whatever, a little bit of ham in it,
yeah.
and even the incredible stomach over there, she'll eat that too, and we're done for supper. And it's good. It takes you don't need to mix bread or buns or anything
Yeah.
between the squash soup and a little bit of the ham that's in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good, it's a good. You're gonna sleep through the night like a
Yeah.
rock. Well, you got butternut squash soup again tonight. Shepherd's
Yeah,
pie.
you must to have that. It's really good.
Well, she had lunch.
Oh, you have? No, she said she don't have
Yeah,
that.
She did. She did.
Oh, okay.
But you also have shepherd's pie with it.
Oh, that is
And
good.
since you're a farmer now, you need to have shepherd's pie. Or you can have, which would be my favorite, cabbage rolls.
Oh,
You don't like
that
cabbage
would
rolls,
be
What?
good.
Cabbage roll. Do you know what a cabbage roll is? You've never made them. So you take cabbage,
Pork.
and you're taking a pork, like ground pork or pork and beef mixed together with just a little bit of seasoning, and you take the cabbage and you wrap it. You know what an egg roll, like a Chinese egg roll?
Yeah.
So picture that same sort of thing, but it's got cabbage on the outside instead, and the filling is ground pork or pork and beef. And
Oh, yeah.
if you get a nice one,
Sounds
it
good.
might even be but you've got to eat the cabbage too.
Yeah.
You got to eat the cabbage.
Well, there.
You're gonna eat the inside.
Yeah, I cook all the time like that, ma'am. So ground pork And I mix a little bit, the brown rice or something rice mixed together with the onions and everything.
Yeah.
So, and then I boiled the cabbage
Yeah.
a little bit. Don't overcook the cabbage so that when you wrap the meat, it's nice to wrapping.
Yeah.
And then when you're wrapping, and then you make a sauce like spaghetti sauce,
Yeah.
and then you put the cabbage roll, and then you boiled until 20 minutes or half hour,
Yeah.
and then put cheese, mozzarella on top.
Really?
Yeah, it's really really good.
Yeah.
And then you bake it, and then put in the oven.
Yeah. That sounds good.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's not heavy either, but and Victoria gets a load of cabbage, like a load of vegetables that way.
She's what?
Victoria will get like a load of cabbage that way, cabbage
Yeah.
vegetables, and the cabbage, it will soak up some of the flavor, the spice, a little bit of the pork flavor, the pork fat will soak into the cabbage, and it's really good.
Yeah.
If you get it just right, it's right. It's one of those ones where you can wolf it down. If you get a nice recipe like at home, just a little bit of spice, a bit of salt and pepper.
My
You
husband,
you go to an Italian recipe, more tomatoes will go with
Nag-usap
tomato
silang
sauce,
mag-ina.
a little bit more of a tomato hit. You get
Nag-usap
into,
silang mag-ina.
I don't know where it is. I
So
think
itong
it's South
ginagawa
America
nila
somewhere.
pag
And then you
nandito
spice it.
kami na
Sneak in.
binibisita namin ang biyanan ko.
When you're making something like that, you can sneak things in.
Bunsong
I know
anak
one time,
niya
like,
ang asawa ko.
like spinach, grind up spinach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it goes all mixed with the meat, so there's very little rice, but more spinach and meat. And again, it soaks it all up, and it tastes great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You put too much, it looks kind of green and it's staring back at you. But if you don't overdo it, then the kids just gobble it down.
Yeah.
And on top of it, depending on the crowd, you can put
Imagine
tomato
ang anak
sauce.
ang biyanan ko.
you can put a meat sauce.
More than 100 years
If you're in a
old.
fancy restaurant, they put like
Kumakain
an
pa siya
Alfredo
ng
sauce,
mga
the white
regular
sauce.
food.
So have
Hindi
that.
kagaya yung mga
What's
iba
Alfredo
na nasa
it's like a white
retirement
creamy
home or
sauce.
nursing home.
Oh.
So sometimes, like if you're into it, like when I was at the Fairmont and had
80
cabbage
years
rolls, it came
old,
out,
90 years old.
and there's 3 of them on the plate.
Ang kinakain
white
na nila
sauce,
ay yung mga puree or mince.
A bright red sauce, which is tomato sauce, and then one that was more of
Kaya
I guess tomato,
we're
some sort of other
lucky,
meat or brown to it.
we're
So I had 3 different
we're
sauces,
blessed.
and it was nice.
Blessed to
And then on
having
the
That
side,
sounds like a lot of work.
well, it is
grandmother
It
or
is, but it's one of those
mother
things when she
or
makes it.
mother-in-law na
She doesn't make it just for one meal.
mahigit
'Cause they
100
freeze
years
really well,
old na
so
niya
she make
na
'em.
malakas
Yeah.
pa siya.
We'll have some, and then you can put 20 or 30
Wala
or 40 in
walang
the freezer.
problema.
Yeah.
As long as you take them out, let them thaw
Hindi.
a little bit, you can heat them up and eat them.
Hindi siya
I mean, it's not as good as fresh
independent pa rin
cabbage.
siya.
Doesn't freeze as well as you'd like it to, but as long as you're okay when you take it out.
Okay, mga kabab